What's up, Trios Tribe? Back at it again with another top 16 Death X oh my god, deck list video, top 16 deck list video from this weekend. This weekend was the start of Ultimate Cup season, so Play TCG had an online event that we didn't get to do the coverage on, but we're gonna get to do the coverage on the deck, so that's just as good, right? As always, eggmanevents.com is where you guys can find all the lists. I'm still tired and I'm still coming back from my vacation, so I'm trying to just kind of find more time in my life, so we're gonna try to cut down the time on this video, written by yours truly with a little help of everybody else involved. But let's get started. Let's make this one quick. Ultimate Cups aren't really different anymore. It's just the same rule set, just a different prizing and no invites, which yeah, as we've been seeing from this meta, all right, pretty a lot of decks, just a lot of decks topping in the top top everything. I mean, like, I forgot to do the count, but 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 once again 10 different decks in the top 16. It's still good. I know that, so like the diversity in the meta is healthy, and then the format is healthy, but like I get that they're like, it's kind of starting to get a little stale, a little, not a lot of new cards have come in. Obviously, like, we got the starter decks, but that's not really like exciting. As you can see, like, that doesn't really make an impact in this tournament. Maybe the Bloomlord's running the deck, but maybe running a Rapidmon or two, maybe, but we'll see. But Yellow Vaccine wins it out. Is this Yellow Vaccine's first win? It might actually be, like, because Yellow Vaccine has been a deck that's been pretty good since BT14, since the archetype really got its legs, and seeing it win is kind of sick. I mean, we're also seeing a ton of one-ofs, Bloomlord creeping up, Beelzemon hitting it again. Gabubond was definitely a deck that's been like getting videos, like Kavinsky TCG and a few others have all made videos on how Gabubond's kind of back. Gabubond is kind of back, and then Shinegreymon sneaking in because it's still a good deck. Numemon taking the lead at 4 decks. It's still a healthy meta. It's just a little stagnant, definitely. And like, as the power, I kind of see, like, I know Mario's talked about it. I know some of the European guys have talked about it a little bit. I just can't remember their names off the top of my head. Oh, that's embarrassing. I always hate when I can't remember people because I like shouting people out. Like, they put good content. But people have been saying that the meta's not like it's healthy in the sense that it is diverse, but the skill's literally low. But that goes into my own hot take about what skill really means in card games. But games are fast. Power creep is up there, so it makes things kind of feel samey, even though you're kind of doing things in a different. Everybody's doing the same thing in a different way, and by the same thing, everyone's winning in 3 turns, which just doesn't feel quite good. But that's just kind of power creep. Hopefully, like, I don't know, the rules come down and just take a hammer and slow the format down one day. But this is what we got. At least it's a diverse meta, and it's not tier 0 by any means, so I can't complain too much. Digimon is a great game. Let's just go into the list. I've already talked way too long about nothing. Yeah, let's just start. Shinegreymon bringing in the rear. 15th place? Yes, 15th place. 15th place. As you guys know, I'm going to try to go through everybody, and then I kind of order them all together. So yeah, 15th place Shinegreymon. Let's see if there's anything I can teak out. No. Choosing not to play the Agumon X. Interesting. As always, if I talk about your deck and I mention something, always assume that I'm asking you to do something in the comments, because I love reading those comments. I know I never give those comments justice by responding back really long, but I feel like it's a great source for the people that come and see, oh, I'm a Shinegreymon player. Shinegreymon top. And then, like, not everybody's a YouTuber, right? So if, like, I'm sorry, I don't know every YouTuber, but if you aren't a YouTuber, that's a great place to, like, share your knowledge and give people other Shinegreymon hopefuls stuff. And if you are a YouTuber, just say you are and be like, hey, check out my channel. And, like, that's fine. I don't think that's BM in this case, like, especially since I'm asking for it. Not playing the BT2 Shinegreymon is another call out. Only playing 1 security bomb. Sometimes you guys see the full Shine Blast, or the other one where he's, like, powered up with his wings behind him. I can't remember. It's the one that calls out Marcus specifically too, so you can play on Marcus. I just can't remember the name right now. 4 offense training, just going pretty low and just trying to curve out properly, playing playing the normal ratios of things. It's just kind of low on champions, but you don't really have another champion. I would love to see more people play the Shinegreymon from the starter deck. The security comes out of security, you know. And then Koromon from BT15. It's just the best red egg, and it's a Koromon, so it works with the Agumon. So makes sense to me. Not much to say. Just pretty standard ratio. Playing the Rise-Greymon X. I think after my first few videos of doing this, people have now since then transitioned onto playing Shinegreymon X or something. I don't know. It's nice to see the ratios. Sorry. And Gabubond, 14th place. Congrats, by the way. Gabubond, it's a good deck. It's gotten a couple extra cards that make it even better. Death X is just a really good card. It's a staple for a reason. And then our suite of tamers, Sora and Joe, is just always kind of going to be good because it's one of the dual tamers that sets itself up really nicely. Especially since on top of that, not only does it set itself nicely, it sets up our Zudomon aces, and we play Kumamon to help facilitate the Sorajos, and it's pretty much just old Gabubond with the inclusion of Ukamon. Ukamon is an insane card, and playing the Metal Garurumon secret rare from BT15 because it does have the conditional effect to warp one of your Gabumons into a Metal Garurumon, which could be kind of busted. There's probably most definitely scenarios where you just have enough memory to go Gabumon, Metal Garurumon, and then to bond, keep turn, and just go for a crazy amount of checks. Like this does 2 on its own. This does 1, but restands, so then you can get the other restand. So this one does 3, so you can do a total of 4 attacks with all of this. That's kind of a lot. That's kind of sick. How many attacks that is, Jesus. Playing memory boost because you just need that memory gain, and playing for Lu is kind of interesting. For Lu and Ukamon, plus you play Lu. Part of the reason you play Lu is because Madashita's in here. Madashita from BT6 is not once per turn. The memory gain and draw card is not once per turn, so there are worlds where you like play Gabumon, Digivolve Gabumon, raise Gabumon. All right, Lu out another Ukamon hatch, raise another Gabumon. And then it just gets crazy from there because you're getting so much memory that it actually makes that play free, which is another insane thing. The last thing I'll call out in this deck is the Foxfire. Main effect will return one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon to hand. If you have a Digimon with Gabumon or Garurumon in its name, return one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level instead. Interesting. I wonder why Foxfire, just because it's a 4-drop instead of like Rattlestar's not doing it for you. It's interesting. The conditional part at the end, you can bounce anything. So I guess if in case you're playing against the single stock deck, but that condition on only bouncing the lowest level is kind of hard to stagnant. And then the other card is Gesomon. I know there's a few guys out there. Is it Digital? I think it's Digital Hyper Coliseum. I think we're talking about the Gesomon. No, it was Digital Gate Studios. Digital Gate Studios was talking about Gesomon and how much they liked it. And wait, is this the guy that was in? Is this Digital Gate Studios? Probably not. I don't know, man. I don't know. They posted a video on this stuff too, along with Kavinsky, but that's what I'm remembering. Yeah, whatever. Playing the best Digibubble since Upamon himself, Wynamon. If you have a blue tamer in play, draw 1 card when attacking, so it can't be Lu. Just putting that out there. And then Bukamon, jamming's good. It's a 1-up. You gotta sometimes our Ukamon can go in with jamming's kind of busted. Yeah, gonna go. Next, 13th place, Beelzemon. Oh, Beelzemon. Gotta update. Very specific. Gotta update. Gonna update something really important to everybody. I know this is really the content we're here for, honestly. And dang it. I'm ruining the video. This is worth it. The meme is worth it. The meme is worth it. I tell myself as he struggles to drag and drop. No. Yeah, there we go. All right. Look good? Look good? Looks good. Beelzemon, fan favorite deck. There's definitely a cult following around Beelzemon. I feel like this point, I think the standout feature of this Beelzemon list in particular is definitely the Midasmon Ace. Getting to bring back Impmons is good, right? Like, what else can we say, right? And then having a spontaneous blocker for those like weird hands where you have to promote a little early and gives you the extra level 5. I don't know, I like it. Bringing back Impmons are always good, especially if you're bringing back an on-deletion one to mill stuff, or hey, bring back this one on too. It's got an on-play effect. This one has an on-play effect. That honestly, they all have an on-play effect, and I think you get those on-play effects. Yeah, you just get that. Yeah, you just get the on-play effects with this guy, so you just can potentially ace on their turn, have a level 5 for free, have a blocker, 8 cost blocker, and then being able to summon an Impmon on top of that. That's kind of nice. That's kind of good. I mean, everything else seems pretty standard. I imagine like a ratio or two is changed to fit in the Myotismon, and noticeably like Balmon. Actually playing the Balmon X anybody, is that weird? Is that weird? I think that's normal. Not playing the BT10 Balmon though. But yeah, oh, playing this Digibubble. When is this the normal Digibubble they run? Maybe I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm getting intrigued. I shouldn't waste too much time. Congrats on top 13th. If there's anything weird that I said, say it in the chat. I know plenty of people love to talk about Beelzemon. There's discords, there's people all around me that have a community built on playing Beelzemon at this point. Great deck. Next, 9th place, Bloomlord. Bloomlord got better when it came to BT. I can't even remember what it's called. BT14 with the Palmon and the Palmon X introduction definitely gave this deck another upgrade in BT15. Just to be able to play a Palmon through one of your going wide effects, then digivolving that Palmon for free, getting a suspension for free, and then potentially getting a stronger Bloomlord or something, or a Hydramon. It's kind of good. Playing Quartzmon and Quantumon as our top end, they're just, or not top end, it's an additional level 6. But Quartzmon on the top is just one of those win conditions, hidden potential, because you're just one of those green decks that likes hidden potential. Playing a new world. Hold on. Main, if you have a Mimi Tachikawa in play, you may play a Patamon from your hand without paying its cost. Return one of your Mimi Tachikawas to hand. All right, please, if you're not a YouTuber, please tell me your logic with this deck. I don't want to sit here and try to theorize. The card reads it for itself. For 0 memory, you get to, I guess for 0 memory, you could bounce one of your already used up Mimis, play a Palmon that's going to do something for you. Like, is it Palmon in name? No, it has to be a Palmon, so it has to be one of these Palmons. And then it gives you an easy target to play the Digivolve this Palmon, get a draw, get a suspend. Is that kind of what we're thinking? I mean, playing a body for free essentially is good too, and you just go up the chain, be Digizorbing all the way. There's a lot. I mean, actually, you could, in theory, you could play this, bounce a used up Mimi, play the Palmon for free, Digivolve into Togemon. If you still have the memory, still have the memory, you could Digivolve into Togemon, or Digivolve into Palmon, Digivolve into Togemon, use Togemon's your turn effect. Play the Mimi, gain a bunch of memory from that. Ooh, like it get, oh, that's spice. That's spice, man. Congrats on 9th place. You deserve that with that card. Holy, making old movie promos that we thought were useless good. Tell you what. And then we got 6th place, FenriLoogamon. Actually not playing -8 rookies is a surprising number, and choosing to fill in with Gazimon. With Leviamon kind of being pushed out of the meta, which is very interesting. That's something I could have talked about in the pie chart. No Leviamon, Loogamon does better, but this is still the only one in the top 16, and we've seen Loogamon keep topping in the top 16. So its conversion rate's not the greatest, unfortunately, but there's some interesting numbers here. Playing only one Black God of Uber, because now it's just kind of a good utility piece, especially with Leviamon. People still going to be playing Leviamon, even if it's not topping, so it's important to have your answers. Playing one Tyranno to Fangmon, I like it, just because Fangmon's really good. It's really underestimated. It's really underrated how good Fangmon is in the being able to just loop your hand into another 3, 4, 5, 6, so if your board gets dealt with, you just have it all over again. Yeah, and then Lugarmon, Black Godomon. Yeah, this is just all good numbers. Just yeah, That's it. Just good numbers. Playing one purple memory boost instead of mist is interesting. Playing two delicate plant because, you know, this player just probably really wanted to see it and didn't want to lose to not seeing it. And it's probably had a lot to do with why they got 6th place, unlike a lot of other Lugamons out there. Yeah, Lugamon's a pretty soft list. There's some interesting like maneuverability, but a lot of the same. The Gazimon and just the ratios, right? It's just always gonna be the ratios, and no miss is interesting. Congrats on 6th. Next up is the only red hybrid to top. Oh, actually playing Pokemon and Numemon. I like Numemon. Numemon always had this interesting thing where like, it's on play. You may play one tamer card with an inherited effect from your hand without paying its cost. It's just a body that can swing, man. Like you turn 1, Digivolve Rookie, play Numemon, play Tamer, and now you have this Takuya you can play off of the Numemon as well. And then BT15, you're gonna get a 3rd Takuya to fill this out. Numemon stonks are rising. That's all I'm gonna really say. I think Numemon stocks are rising, and then has an additional effect. All turns, once per turn, when one of your Digimon with a Tamer card in its Digivolution cards is deleted, you may play a Tamer from your trash. Busted. And it says any Tamer. It doesn't care about the inheritable. So back in the day, there were times where I'd play Devas off this thing. And those turns were great. Playing the Ukamon, playing your assortment. We're actually on 11 champions. That's one of the highest. That's towards the top of champion counts that I see, but I like it. Only playing 4 ultimates, which is always terrifying to me because this deck lives and dies off of ultimates. Playing the normal suite of options too. 2/2/2 is definitely the most common way I see this. Choosing to actually check in a Death Xmon because Death Xmon is always good. 1 Omnimon Blitz because you need it. Other red hybrids have told me that like they don't need it, but he likes it, and I also like it too. There's plenty of times when I played Magna Garurumon and I was like, man, I wish I had Blitz Omnimon. I would have just won game. Dang it. Going into Devas, I think there was a couple Devas. Are we playing any of the weirds, the interesting fun stuff? No, just cutting out all the blue Devas entirely, not opting to put in any of the green ones or any of the green alternatives, like so no tiger and no dragon. And instead of Antilamon blue, we're playing Antilamon yellow green, which everyone does this at this point. Actually having 4 of them sounds like a lot to me. Playing 2 bird, 4 dragon, 3 turtle, 1 tiger with the tech option of MirageGaogamon. Just a really good card. Merciful mode, all your guys can Digivolve on. Merciful mode can go on top of all 5 of your different level 6s. So it's a pretty good card. And then Shinegreymon can actually, Ruin mode can go on all of your Devas except for MirageGaogamon. Unfortunate, but MirageGaogamon's doing its own thing. FenriLoogamon, bottom end here is all pretty the same. Genai makes sense to me, playing the Mother D Reapers, just so you have a turn 1, be able to play all your little options here. Makes sense. Congrats on Devas. Congrats, Devas. And then, Devas with Ukamon. I feel like we've seen this before with the baby Devamaras on deletion by trashing 1 level 5 or higher in your card in your deck. Draw 2. It's just a really good draw engine. And then Ukamon. The problem with Ukamon, I've been told though, is the hatching from Ukamon. It's not mandatory. What was it? Oh, the Analog Youth is not mandatory. If you tap Analog Youth, you have to hatch. So. Analog Youth can get kind of weird. We are actually playing one of the dragons, but notably Tiger is missing. But playing just a slightly different amount of ratios. Playing 2 of the MirageGaogamon in lieu of playing Bahumon at all. That's kind of fun. And then 1 Merciful mode, no Ruin mode, and then 4 FenriLoogamon's boss monster of the deck himself. Nice, good to see. Congrats on 4th. Pretty good list. Pretty normal list, I should say. Not to belittle. And we got GFG Tyler. Woo! 12th place. Does he have his invite? Because it's so unfortunate. Because I know he's a player that's trying to get his invite. But this is an Ultimate Cup and there's no invites at these. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they changed that. I don't think there's Ultimate. I don't think there's invites for this. So my hands are on my table and I should be up here. I'm always me. Can I? All right. My hands will be up here. I like emoting to people. Oh man. Satsuki and playing the Merciful, actually playing a top end. This has been popular, like not popularized by Dan Bang, but the previous list. But I just remember Dan Bang because he's in my DMs. I just don't want to live in a world where Zord Defeat is just constantly in security, man. I lived that timeline once already, and I don't need it again. Playing the normal suite of level 5s plus Chimeramon. Chimeramon is just gaining popularity in the deck as another level 5, especially once again Satsuki can give one of your guys jamming, and then so you kind of guarantee that one of your Numemon always lives, and then Numemon X between a few of your other cards, you're actually getting recursion, bringing back another Numemon, and then that's how you can get like another cheeky win, I imagine. Plus, I mean, you have so many colors. You have in this deck, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors that can go under this Chimeramon, so kind of busted. Actually, on the Zulongmon Ace, I've been an advocate for a Zulongmon Ace in this deck. It's just you're on yellow level 5s more often than not, and sometimes you can just people just get got, man. And then, as we mentioned, Zord Defeat, Protoform, because you just one Protoform is good. You do have a lot of ways to use it, get value out of it. It's just why not, right? Playing the on deletion trash at level 5 Demi-Meramon is interesting. Just trying to get more cards and getting stuff in the trash makes sense. It's just your level 5s are pretty important to you, so I feel like you want them all, but meh. Maybe I'm crazy. And I mean, the Chimeramons help that, having just bulking up that level 5 count for these Demi-Meramons makes sense. Congrats, Tyler. We do have a couple more Numemons to go, though. This one's the Dan Vang list. Woo! He did it again. Does really well again. Congrats, Dan Vang. Oh, I should have mentioned that they were both running this Gabumon X, but their lists are not the same. Team GFG not even running the same team. Not even running the same list. What's the point of being a team if you're not even on the same list, man? Man, I remember the good old days when like Channel Fireball would show up with aristocrats and all of them were on the same list, and then they dominate a whole tournament with that. Man, you guys got to get your act together. For that record, I am only joking, and all these call outs are just a loving jab in the gut, so don't. Hey, I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just having fun. That being said, the lists are very similar. I'm trying to pick out what the one card is. It the rune? Oh, chose to go down on one Chimeramon to get the Shinegreymon. Otherwise, they're very similar lists, if not exactly. Just choosing to have, again, another level, Tyler choosing to have another level 5 just to be able to, do the level 4 shenanigans and get, having an extra level 5 for the Demi-Mera, like more consistent draws. Makes sense. It just makes sense. But I also feel that Numemon oftentimes struggles to find any top end in a lot of their matches. So instead of having another level 5, you have another level 7, level 6 top end, whatever it is, and then you get to do what when you do. That being said, this wasn't the best performing Numemon, and I think it's this one. No, it's not. We got 2 more Numemons, another purple one. We don't have the Digibubbles. Rest in peace. It's fine. Don't have the Digibubbles recorded. Let's see if anything stands out. Actually playing the top end, same top end as Dan Vang. And no, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say it like that. Playing the same top end that we saw with Dan Vang's list, but actually introducing the Louis. Louis is just another way to get more value out of everything. Being able to Digivolve Ukomon and Louis is just so much memory gain in a single turn. It's kind of busted, especially if you see 2 Ukomons and a Louis. Your turn 2 is just gross. Your turn 2 is disgusting if you could do that. But yeah, just very similar. Nothing too crazy different. Let's try to see if I can pick something out. Are we not? We're on the one Chimera. Our rookie lineup is a little different. But yeah, no, it's Numemon at this point. Can't say too much anymore. If anything, I'm tired, and we're already on 24 minutes. Dang it! I'm trying to be fast. Numemon once again, nothing. This is the best. This is the 3rd place best performing Numemon, and it is black based Numemon. That is shove it, Tyler, shove it, GFG, in your purple shenanigans. Not even adopting the Zord Defeat tech that is gaining traction, I should say. Just opting to have, you know, good old reliable Quartzmon, more Protoforms, Shinegreymon. Every list I think we saw ran this ratio of Numemon to Satsuki is interesting. That's something worth calling out. Actually playing Lu as well, only one Chimeramon, but makes sense because you don't have to buff up that level 5 count. And playing your you know, good black floodgates. You know, Chikuri and Chumon are good cards. Agumon's just as good as the Gabubond, just in black. Yeah, no, grats on third. I'm sorry that I don't have more to say after talking about 4 Numemons in a row. But let's keep going. Mirage did really well this tournament too, coming off the heels of winning events. I'm sure the deck is gaining popularity. Everyone's kind of convinced to only play one Gaomon rookie because all the other ones kind of suck. Still on Lanamon, I want someone to explain to me the Lanamon. Like, why is it really just to gain jamming and be able to put a rookie under so you can get some weird value going, like a double Gaomon stack? Is that really like the benefit? Because like, I feel like we're better off. Maybe I personally feel like we're better off with Kori Ikakumon because it's a 6K, but you know, this one digivolves for 2, could be relevant, or on a normal stack it digivolves for 2, I should say. And then playing your allotment of level 5s. Actually on the Aerovidramon, this tends to be the hit or miss card where Mirages do or do not play the Aerovidramon. Only one security bomb, but then maxing out on searching and potential. This actually makes Gaomon security really scary though, having 9 just ways to get over a great turn. And then 6 Thomases is what we chose to be on. Playing the 1K Demi Vmon once again to dodge ruin mode is kind of good, especially if you're on champion. All your champions are 5K. Bukamon, it's a good card. It's a good card. Yeah, notably not on the BT4 MirageGaogamon that I really like that tech, and it's sad to see it go, but I get it. Evades really good. Next Gao. Is this the same list? Or did I know? It's slightly different. Playing Ice Wall, not maxing on the blue memory boost, playing the Ice Wall instead. Actually on the Aerovidramons because like I deserve to not have a voice in anything and just constantly be wrong. Actually playing the Seadramon, that's interesting. I wonder how this thing just has natural rush, so I would love to know. It's interesting that we're not playing the Gomamon because they're like, this Seadramon would be really, I imagine in my head, this, if you have a stack and you attack and it dies or whatever, you be able, with the inheritable, Gomamon would be able to come out and then you could digivolve for 2 and have rush. And I wonder if that's worth having the Gomamon instead of this Gaomon. That's where my brain first goes, but I would love to know how often you were set to 3 memory, popped a memory boost, and then attacked with this for rush for game. That's the biggest thing. And it also has inheritable jamming, so it's just another way to get jamming to the stack, which MirageGaogamon loves to have. Very similar level 5 ratios, and everything else is pretty much the same other than what I said. Actually playing the Wynamon instead of the Demi Vmon, but playing 3 of them for the Bukamon just like the other player. And then I think we have one more Mirage. Yes, one more Mirage. Still playing the Lanamon, playing a different ratio of level 5s. Yep. Makes sense to me. And then everything else is kind of the same. Actually on the Ice Wall, up 1 meteor, but -2 boost is the biggest key difference. Slightly mix up on the meeting everyone else in the, grats on second place by the way, meeting everyone else in the middle instead of 2 Gomamon or 2 Gaomon, just one of each just to keep life interesting. Also on 6 Thomases, playing the same 3 Wynamons, 1 Bukamon. This is the best performing Gaomon of the tournament. Grats, man. I can't complain. It's a good list. It's pretty standard. I got no quorums. Like I personally believe you should be on 2 security bombs, and you were, so thanks for proving me right. Grats on second. And congrats to everybody else too. I didn't really call out your places, but meh. And so this is the bread and butter of what everyone wants to see. This is the best performing yellow hybrid player, yellow vaccine player ever. I don't believe there was another yellow vaccine to do as well. And actually playing the Mitamamon, not playing Couldn't call this Vaccine Dragons because we're not playing the MirageGaogamon from BT15. That's unfortunate, but playing the Seraphimon for some aggression. Playing both our level 7s. Death X is just a good card. Playing Kairi. Playing Tax Control Kairi and Memory Setter Kairi. So, oh, and there's no Messenger of Hope. So we have foregone all ability to high roll with Patamon. We just decided that TK can set it up, and Patamon and TK can work together as a team, and that's it. TK will also be able to help set up a Gabubond in there if we need to for our Revelations of, or our Angelwomons or Revelations of Light. Mitamon's going to be there. Rapidmon. If Rapidmon's in there, it's in there. We'll have to set it ourselves. Oh, man, no Messenger of Hope. That's the most interesting thing. And the Bushi Agumon. That's kind of cool. I mean, why Bushi Agumon? Now that's something I want you to tell me, please. Like you would think like, oh, because it plays off of the Mitamamon, but the Mitamamon gives it rush, so like you don't really need this rush. Is it just in case someone sets you to a really high memory, you just have this option? I would love someone to tell me why Bushi Agumon. Is there something else that plays level 3s but they don't have rush? Weird. I mean, I'm not judging. I just want to know. I want to know why. I want to know why you are playing Bushi Agumon. If you're a YouTuber, I'm sorry, link your YouTube in the comments. But playing the Tokomon from BT14 is interesting to see this card just get more and more played, especially since in the beginning, I don't think most people were on Tokomon. Or at least this Tokomon in particular. Your turn once per turn when a card is trashed. When a card is added to your security, draw 1. And then this Tokomon BT11, your turn once per turn. When you play Digimon with the Angel, Archangel, Fallen Angel trait, draw 1. That's fun. Yeah, I mean, Revelation of Light has just become a really good card, a staple. Playing only aces as our level 5s is very funny. They're both really good. I prefer the Angelwomon nowadays just because it is just always a -6k instead of the variable that Magna Angemon is, but both are good. Playing 10 champions, only 5 level 6s. It's an interesting ratio all around. Yeah, but congrats on first. So let's go back. I like the Kairis. I like the Revelation of Lights, the -TK, because we don't have Revelation of Hope or Messenger of Hope to care about. So great. Congrats on first place. This is still this person won a Susanomon, that beautiful Susanomon. So we're coming up on 32 minutes. Remember, everybody, eggmanevents.com if you want to look at all the lists yourself. I tried to do my best to get all this information as soon as possible to you guys, but I've been tired, and I try to get it out to you guys as fast as possible. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. If you use our stuff, credit us as always. Please comment. I love the comments. I always try to talk as much as I can, but I'll see you guys next time.